Hi and welcome to the Parenting in the Thick of It channel. My name is Louise Clark, your parenting partner, parent coach and mindfulness coach. On the show today, I want to discuss something that I feel is important for parents and can help parents when they have turned to a parenting book to get advice on a specific thing and still have challenges regarding that despite what the book says. And here's the reason why. The majority of parenting books that are out there, they're fantastic. They're an excellent place to start, and they give us some really valuable and much needed information for our roles as parents. However, the stumbling block often happens when you go and you try and implement what the book says, only to find that the reality is very different from what the book suggests it would be. And I think there's various reasons for this. When we read something like a step-by-step guide to potty train your 2-year-old, we read it, we see the steps, and we expect that when we do steps X, Y, and Z, we will achieve the outcome. But as you know, with kids, they're not predictable, and you rarely get what you expect, and there's so many other things that come into consideration. To actually put a step-by-step process into place around something like a child is really pretty crazy, because the child might never do what the book suggests they will do. And we're left thinking, what now? I bought this book, I read the instructions, and nothing's going to plan. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with my child? And I remember the same thing happening to me when I had my newborn. And myself and my girlfriend, who'd also recently had a baby, we were looking at how do we get these children to sleep through the night. We were exhausted. We just wanted to go to sleep. And so we bought this book that said how to get your child to sleep through the night. And it was all laid out, seemed really good, super thorough, very practical. And we thought, great, we've got this. We'll just do exactly what she says and we'll sleep through the night. But it didn't work out that way. And the thing that the book failed to say was what to do if your baby wakes up between the hours of, I can't remember what it was, 11 and 7, when they were supposed to be sleeping, but they woke up. It didn't tell us what to do then. So we were left in total confusion because we were told it should work, but it didn't work. And what the books say is fantastic, but the biggest piece of all is understanding what we can do in the event that none of it goes to plan. And I've talked at length about how we can cope with situations that don't go to plan. And this is where I think the magic lies as a parent. This is what we can work on in order to be able to cope with anything that doesn't go to plan. When things go to plan, when you read the book on how to train your 2-year-old to go and use the potty and it goes to plan, awesome, fantastic. But for much of the time it doesn't go to plan, then what? Literally, the shit hits the fan. And so what do we do now? We have to be able to control ourselves in that moment. It's all very well and good when everything's hunky-dory, but when it's not, what do we do then? That's the piece we have to work on as parents. And there is a lot you can do in this area. There's so much work that can be done. And over the last few years, this is where I've been working on myself as a parent. And I follow the advice and guide of Dr Shefali Tsabary. She's written 3 books, and those books are gems. If you're listening to this and watching the show and you have not heard of Dr Shefali Tsabary, The Conscious Parent, Out of Control, and The Awakened Family, I highly recommend you read those books. If what I'm saying resonates with you and you have found yourself looking at parenting books or advice in blogs and things, and it's been super practical advice and you've tried to implement it and it hasn't gone to plan and you don't know what to do, this is where you will find out what you can do. There's so much you can do, and this is what I work on with parents. I had a parent recently and she asked me, she said, I want some coaching because I want to find out how to get my child to eat more healthily. What should I feed her? I'm going to need some help with potty training. And I said to her, I said, there's books out there on step guides to the process. But those books don't give you what to do when it doesn't go to plan. That's where I can help you. So I urge you to, or encourage you to read these books, because Dr. Shefali Tsabary helps you find a way of being, a way of parenting that will connect you to your child's deepest needs. But it is all about controlling ourselves, self-regulating ourselves, being able to be mindful of where we are at so we can control our reaction in the heat of the moment when things don't go to plan. And that really is the key. That's where it's all at. And that's why it's a continuous work in progress, because we might get it right one day and not get it so right the next, because one day we've had a great day, we've been to the gym or we've done our yoga class, we met a friend for coffee, we're on a bit of a high, and parenting's easy when we come from that space. But the next day we might not have slept well, our child might have been more demanding than usual, and we are really finding it hard to cope. It's in those moments that we have to be able to dig really deep, know what our triggers are, recognize when we are becoming triggered, and find a way out of it so that we don't end up disconnecting from our child and being in a position where we're unable to meet their needs. So the books are great, but they don't say it all. And I hope that you have found this useful and valuable, and maybe a bit of a relief to you that maybe you have tried some of the things that have been recommended to you, the step-by-steps, the recipes, the prescriptions. And they might work for a while, but our kids are not robots, and neither are we. And we're not sort of ingredients like making a cake. If you do X, Y, and Z, it'll always turn out the same way. Life's not like that. People aren't like that. Our kids are not like that. We're all different. So we have to modify things in accordance of our differences and be aware of everything that's going on around us and within us, so that we can always meet our children's needs and control ourselves, and therefore be able to handle anything, whether it be the tantrum in the supermarket, or the teenager that's been rude to you, or the fact your kid threw green beans across the table, or didn't put away their toys, or left the kitchen in a mess, or the toothpaste all over the sink in the bathroom. It's those things we have to be able to manage within ourselves and control our reactions to. That's the key. If you've enjoyed this, please do subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you there regularly, and share it with your friends. Let them know I'm always here to help. You can find me on yourparentingpartner.com. I also have a podcast, Parenting in the Thick of It, and on my website I have a whole load of blogs. If you're a reader, you can eat up all the content there and find lots of ways to find your way and to be able to parent in the thick of it. Find some grace and ease and joy in your life as a parent. It should be fun. Thanks so much for watching today. Till next time, bye for now.